So it's obviously dark. I've just got back from, how would you call it? A situationship, I think, is probably the more appropriate wording for what it is. I'm not gonna lie, it's the first time in a long time that I've been sort of seeing somebody that I really felt a lot for. But, it has its ups and downs, and things have been a bit messy for quite a while, in all fairness. For a few reasons. I think, truth being told, I think it goes without saying as well, I have my own personal complications, and bless them, they have theirs too. I think things just boiled over a couple of weeks ago, and I got the dreaded message saying, sort of suggesting that we should have a break. And then, sort of this weekend, if you like, it was a case of they wanted to talk about things, and you just know when you get a vibe off of how somebody's talking to you, of what that talk is going to be about. I don't want to be sad about it. And I know it probably looks bad to them because they were more capable to express their feelings and emotions to what they felt towards me. And I struggle with saying things, doing things, because as I'm learning through therapy that I'm going through, I've not had a good sort of role of what a normal relationship should be. And likewise, my history of serious relationships is like Henry VIII, it's not quite divorced, beheaded, died kind of thing. It's more like cheated, had psychotic issues, bless her. It's not a good history. So when you find somebody who is just as insecure as you are, things worked as much as they didn't. And the reason why they didn't work is because of our insecurities and because of our own troubled past, that it put a block up in certain situations. We put up defenses when we didn't need to, but in a way it's like we didn't know how to communicate things or do things. But I mean, I went over, and it was, when two people know what they're there to talk about, but neither of you wants to say anything. It was kind of awkward in that respect. It was what you expect it to be, but eventually, they said their pit, and it was hard to hear because it's somebody walking away from you. They listed their reasons to it, and you can't argue. That's the thing. You can't sit there and say that their reasons are wrong, because at the end of the day, that person has their right to feel the way they do, and their reasons, whether you feel that they're valid or not, it doesn't matter. They're that person's reasons, and they're valid for that person. And then, of course, for me, it's like, internally, it's like, what do you do now? Because it's really emotional to basically walk away from somebody, have a breakup, and do all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I don't want to become emotional and make it hard for them, because, there's still something there. You can still feel emotions for people, but it's a case of feeling the right emotions for the wrong person, or like right person, wrong time kind of thing. It's one of those situations. So I don't want to get all emotional about things and make it difficult for them. So from the outside perspective, it's almost like I didn't care, which is very, very not true at all. Like, this person has helped me with a lot of like battles that I've had to face with just relationships because of the chaos that I've had before and my experiences before. It's tough, man. It is tough. There's somebody that you speak to every day, and then, I mean, we didn't really speak at all last week because there was them wanted to have a break and me wanted to respect that break. And it was hard. And then to have them say, you know, hang on, ah, too much light. Then to have them say, oh, we need that light now. Yeah, but then to have them say, so they don't see it going anywhere or working or anything like that. I think relationships are real hard as you get older. I really do. I think they get a lot harder, and you start to feel more, I want to say, at peace with being alone, but I don't think at peace is the right word. I think as you get older, it becomes a lot harder to change your behavior or fit for somebody else. Like, bear in mind, two people who get so used to living life a certain way are then trying to fit around each other. It just, I don't know. I do often question quite a lot of times, I do often wonder if there is like a relationship window, and if you are single when that sort of window of opportunity closes, things become so much harder, like so much harder. I don't know how to feel. I really don't, because I want to feel so sad. I do feel so sad and so emotional about it. I'm not going to lie, I do. But it's it's a case of what's the point in showing that emotion and let it out. It doesn't change anything. You can't force somebody to change how they feel about you, because then their feelings aren't genuine. They're not feeling them because it's what they want. They're feeling them because you basically forced it on them. So you have to respect that. You have to respect their decisions and their feelings and whatever else. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt though. It's going to be so quiet. That's the hardest thing. The first person I spoke to in the morning, it was the last person I spoke to at night, every day for, some time. It was up and down all over the shop. I'm really going to miss them, like really going to miss them. But hopefully, they're going to work on themselves. They were saying to me about how they think they've realized that they might need some help with stuff in terms of therapy or just trying to battle some demons. I hope they do, because I want them to be happy. And I know, like, I was talking to them and I was sort of saying, look, it doesn't matter if it's me or somebody else, there's certain things about her character that they've been they've been built over stuff that they went through as a youngster, and then that sets in, and it obviously, that's how you kind of learn life, and as you grow, that's what you kind of carry with you. It's like, this is something that's going to really cause you problems with anybody. You drive wedges in between when certain things happen, and there's certain things that shouldn't be an issue, but because of insecurities, some non-issues become big issues, and I know that from seeing them and watching them and how they go through stuff, as well as my own experience of life. I'm okay, I think, with them being happy with somebody else. I just want them to be happy with themselves. I just want them to be okay. I know they're going through a lot, ups and downs. I just want them to be okay. You can't you can't hate somebody for trying, and they tried and they tried and they tried, and you also can't sort of substitute your own happiness just to try and put up with somebody, or things that you don't necessarily feel are bringing you the joy that they should. This is what I mean when life for me is like this. I get this really nice job. Sure, it doesn't pay a lot of money, but I really enjoy the job, and something lets go the other way. At the start of the year, if you like, no, 2023, I forget what 2024 now, 2023, I had an okay job. I had an okay situationship, and my health let go. Now my health's getting better and I'm loving my job. I don't know. I'm starting to become, I say starting to become, I'm quite numb to these sort of things now. It hurts, but you get used to it, and that's sad. You get used to things ending. Now the irony there is most of the stuff that's ended before has ended because I was getting cheated on, and then you find out. So that's a good thing that ends. But when you feel something for somebody, you don't expect them to cheat on you in the first place. So when you find that kind of stuff out, that sucks. But it's that pattern again of you find somebody and it just things felt that they were going okay. Things really did feel, from my point of view and perspective, that they were going good, and then it's just completely and utterly crashed. I'm starting to accept that this is what it is. I'm not a looker. You guys have seen me. You see what I look like. I'm not the greatest gift visually or anything like that. Just finding people who will give me a second look is really, really tricky. In all fairness, really tricky. So when you do find somebody that likes you, you kind of you want to hold on to them so tight, because basically you don't know when the next one's gonna be. I say that like it's like a conveyor belt of this person, next person, next person, but that's not true. I suppose it's when things start to look like they're on thin ice and things start to look sketchy. That's when you panic, because you're in your own head saying, if this goes under, what are you gonna do? Because you find it's so hard to find anybody. If this ends, have fun being alone, I guess. So I don't know. I like to be with somebody. I'm a very physical person. I like the physical touch and everything else. I love a good hug and that kind of stuff. And it is hard as somebody who like gets that energy from that physical touch to then be in a situation where there is nobody that you can have that with, it's really, really hard. It's the only way that I could think that it would be like is if you have a food craving, if there's one particular food that solves all your issues, and then you give that up and don't go anywhere near it, and you're just crying out for it, and like you can miss it so much, it's basically painful. That's a similar thing. But I just thought I'd update you guys because I know that it's been a while. But yeah, I've just been experiencing things, right? That's what we're doing. They're life experiences. They're not good, they're not bad. They're life experiences that we try to take good memories from. And I got a lot of good memories because they helped and they tried. Ooh. I hope that there we go. I hope that we'll be able to still be some sort of, I want to say friends. Lol. Where are you? There you are. There you are. Yeah, I hope that there'll be some sort of friendship or something there because we got on, we did get on. But at the same time, I don't know. I think it's a good place to leave it. Talk to you in a bit, guys.